everybody, we're going to do a gummy bear osmosis lab today. And so I just want to remind you that molecules are always moving. So diffusion is the movement of molecules from an area that's really crowded or really concentrated to an area that's less crowded or concentrated. If you kind of think of like a tea bag, you kind of see the tea going through the water. It spreads through from an area of high to low concentration. So osmosis, though, is the diffusion of water molecules specifically through a selectively permeable membrane. So if you kind of think of like a screen window, some things get through and some things do not. And so cells use osmosis to move water in and out of the cells. So I have two gummy bears here. They're the good kind, and we're gonna make a prediction before the lab. How do you think soaking the gummy bears in distilled water, so here's our distilled water, it's just plain old, I don't know, distilled water from the tap we have in the chem prep room, and then we have made some salt water solution. So I think this is about 10% salt water solution. So what do you think? Will the gummy bears get bigger? Will they soak in water? Will they get smaller or shrink? So go ahead and make your prediction. Okay, so on the lab, we're using a couple materials. So this is a beaker, glass beaker. This is what we're gonna put the gummy bear in. We're gonna determine which bear is bear 1 and which is bear 2. So I'm just gonna say that this is, bear 1 is water. So we'll do this one. Red is bear 1, and then green is bear 2. So we need to find each gummy bear's mass, and also measure their height and width. And so we're gonna use a ruler to measure the gummy bear's height. And so this one, it looks like it's about 1.98 centimeters. And then, so gummy bear 1 is the red one, and it's 1.98 centimeters. Gummy bear 2 is green, and it is about the same, so 1.98 centimeters. Those units are in centimeters. And then we're gonna measure the width. So gummy bear 1 looks like, we'll just say 1.05 centimeters. And then gummy bear 2 is 1.00 centimeters. So 1.05 centimeters, 1.00 centimeters. Okay, now we're gonna get the mass of these. So gummy bear 1 is the red one. I'm just gonna put the weigh boat here just to keep this scale nice and clean. So I have to zero this scale so you don't count the mass of the boat. And so gummy bear 1 looks like it's 2.43 grams. And gummy bear 2 is 2.23 grams. Okay, so we're gonna take these guys for a swim. Gummy bear 1 is gonna go in the distilled water. I'm just gonna pour enough so that it covers it completely. And then gummy bear 2 is gonna take a little dip. And so we're just gonna leave these guys chilling overnight, and then we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and check the measurements of our gummy bears to see what kind of changes we have. So I have my ruler here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my distilled water, 100% water gummy bear. Okay, you can see it looks a little bit different in there. All right, so I'm gonna pull this guy out. Oh my gosh, it's like Jell-O. Again, this is something you can do at home as well if you'd like. I'm gonna go ahead and set this back in the jar. Just kidding, set this on the table. Okay. Let me set him right side up. There we go. All right, so if I take my ruler, I'm gonna go ahead and measure my height. Looks like my height is about 3.25 centimeters. Okay, I'm gonna measure my width. There's a little piece sticking out. That's okay, I'm not gonna count that. I think from bottom, it's about right at 2.00 centimeters. Okay, and I'm gonna take my mass, make sure I'm zeroed. This is It's kind of tough. It's really slimy. Drop it in the weigh boat. We have 6.18 grams.
What?
Okay, so that will do it for our distilled water gummy bear.
Another one.
Okay, now we're going to take the measurements of our saltwater gummy bear. Let me pull this guy out of the beaker. Our paper. It's kind of amazing how different he is, or she is. Okay, taking the height measurement, it is about 1.9 centimeters. Taking the width measurement, we are about 1 centimeter exactly. And then we're gonna take our mass, everything's zeroed out, which is great. He is 2.12 grams mass. That's kind of what he looks like, a little bit different, which is neat. Underneath you can definitely see
He looks bloated.
bloated a little bit, even though in reality, it's much harder. So,
All right.
all right, and that's it.